Hey guys, welcome to the SAT Show. Today I'm going to be talking about Nano Dimensions, ticker symbol NNDM. As you can see, this stock has been going up a lot recently in the last 6 months. It was about $1.50 in September, and it's now at $6.40, and it's actually up 5% after hours today. So I believe Nano Dimensions is an extremely disruptive company. So what they basically do is make a machine that does 3D printing on circuit boards. So Nano Dimensions have actually created and sold this extremely disruptive piece of technology called the Dragonfly. So what it does is it allows other companies to go from a concept circuit board to an actual prototype very, very quickly with minimal costs. So the normal way of creating a prototype circuit board will take about this much space, but Nano Dimensions machine can actually replace all of that. So now let's take a look at Nano Dimensions financial data. So over the last 6 years, they've actually spent $80 million in R&D, and actually looking back at their past price offerings, this is actually most of the money that they actually got. And right now they have about $202 million in cash. This is actually due to their recent price offerings of $100 million. And it's also really good to see no debt. So I am predicting that most of this cash is going to go into R&D and also creating more machines and making their previous machines better. Their revenue growth in 2019 compared to the previous year was about 39%, and this is pretty significant. They've also increased their gross margin, which is also another good sign. So now let's take a look at their business model. So basically the razor blade model is actually the money that they are getting from selling ink. So remember the Dragonfly machine from earlier? So customers actually have to buy the ink for those machines to actually print circuit boards. And since it's proprietary, they need to come back to Nano Dimensions and keep buying it. And as they sell more and more machines to more companies, this revenue that's coming from ink is going to start to exponentially grow. And that's just an amazing sign. They actually have another source of revenue from their new service called Nano Services. This is an extremely disruptive service, as many people probably can't afford their Dragonfly machine, which I believe cost above $300,000. So basically what the service does is they allow customers to send in a design of their prototype, and basically they print it out and send it back to them. So the reason why I said this is extremely disruptive is because for small customers to get a prototype, it's usually a process that takes weeks, but Nano Dimensions is able to bring this down to days. That's extremely increasing efficiency. So now you may be asking yourself, how can this stock get any better? Well, it actually does. If you have heard of a little hedge fund called Ark Invest ran by Cathie Woods, no, seriously, I honestly think that this is one of the best hedge funds out there. They're actually buying this stock. So Ark Invest actually holds shares of Nano Dimensions in their ARKQ ETF, and they have been aggressively buying shares recently. I remember seeing this about 1 or 2 months ago down all the way here. They were barely holding any shares, but obviously they've added a lot more. So I started buying shares of this company at about $5, and I'll continue to keep adding to my position, as I do think this stock can easily 10x or even 100x over the next 5 to 10 years.